The story of the play revolves around two estranged lovers named Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura, who meet each other in a park after they grow old. Don Gonzalo is portrayed as a 70-year-old jovial man, and Donna Laura is depicted as a 70-year-old beautiful white-haired woman. Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura loved each other when they were young, but were later forced to separate. The story of the play begins with 70-year-old Donna Laura arriving at a park in Madrid with her maid Petra. She sits on a bench in the park and feeds the pigeons. There comes 70-year-old Don Gonzalo, who looked restless. He comes to the park with his servant, Junito, and sits next to Laura. Don sits next to Donna and chases away all the pigeons that Donna was feeding. Both of them do not recognize each other as they are meeting after a long time. Don is a negative person who sees only the negative in a people. On the other hand, Donna is the opposite of Don. She does not think negatively if people upset her. A sarcastic conversation begins between the 70-year-old Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura. Don Gonzalo complains that the priest has taken over his bench. He tells Donna that she is an old woman and should stay at home and do her sewing. Donna thinks that Don is a bad-tempered old man. First, Donna takes a pinch of snuff from the pitchbox and gives it Donna. They tell each other that whenever they take a pinch, they both sneeze 3 times. After some time, Don and Donna starts talking about their hometown. Donna tells Donna that she belongs to Maricela, where she used to live in a villa. Don tells Donna that he knows a beautiful woman named Laura Lorenta who used to live in the villa. She was a very beautiful woman whom he had known a long time ago. Don and Donna realize they are former lovers, but they don't reveal their identities. When Donna Laura was young, she was known as the Silver Maiden. She was as white as lily. Her eyes and hair were very beautiful and black. She was like a dream and loved Don Gonzalo with all her heart. The Don was a gallant lover who would pass by on his horse every morning and give Donna flowers. Would throw flowers at Donna's house, which she picked up from her balcony. Donna and Donna wanted to marry each other, but Donna's parents wanted her to marry a business whom she did not like. When the Don comes to know about Donna's marriage, he goes to beat the businessman. The Don beats the businessman brutally and injures him. After beating the businessman, the Don flees to Seville, and from Seville he flees to Madrid. From Madrid, the Don writes a lot of letters to Donna to talk to her, but he fails in all his attempts. Later, the Don joins the army, and after joining the army, he goes to Africa. The story now comes to the present where Don and Donna will continue to lie to each other. Don tells Don that when she was young, she had a friend who was very beautiful and everyone called her Silver Maiden, and that the friend of mine was in love with a boy named Don Gonzalo. On the other hand, Don also starts lying to Donna. He tells her that Don Gonzalo was his cousin. He tells her that Don Gonzalo left his hometown because he had a fight with a businessman. After the fight, Don Gonzalo joins the army, and after joining the army, he goes to Africa where he dies in a war. Don lies to Donna and he kills himself in the lying story. Donna tells Don that the girl loved a boy and since she could not marry him, she goes to the seashore. He writes her lover's name on the sand and sits on a stone where the waves of the sea carry her into the sea where she drowns and dies. This is a lie that Don and Donna tell each other. In a reality, Don Gonzalo went to Paris with a ballet dancer. Don and Donna get married 2 years later after Gonzalo joined the army. The play ends with Don and Donna deciding that they will meet again in the park.